Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. How are you? Hope that you'll be doing well with your studies and especially in the maths with me, with mathstatic in fact. And you know that we are going through this book, the name of which is written on the whiteboard. Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Core and Extended Course Book, written by Karen Morrison and Nick Hamshaw. The book is this. You can see that this is the same book for which the name has been written on the blackboard, on the whiteboard. The name has been written on the whiteboard with different colors. So we have gone through uh, two chapters in unit number one, uh, and the chapters are reviewing numbers and concepts, and the second chapter was making sense of algebra. Now we'll be studying today new and fresh chapter, and that is lines, angles and shapes. Very much important chapter. And you know that there is a major part of geometry in mathematics. So we cannot forget mathematics, we cannot forget geometry out of mathematics. So it is a very major part in the mathematics. So we'll be studying lines, angles and shapes today. Unit 1, Chapter 3, Lines, Angles and Shapes. So let me start with the line first. What is a line? A line is a set of points. You know what is point? Point. This is a point. Now I told you that I'll start from lines, but before prior to lines, we have come across with a term point. What is point? Point is a geometrical figure which has no dimension, or you can say it has no width, no length, no breadth. It's just a point. So lines are the set of points which are placed with each other like this. So you see that when I place these set of points together, it form a line. And if I just keep on doing it like this, it will shape like this. Now we'll study these in detail when I start, but to give you a little concept of the three things. Now, what were the angles? In ancient times, it was a theory that angles are formed, or the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, including 0, are formed with the help of angles. For example, this is 1, and you see that there is one angle over here. I'll tell you detail what is an angle, but you must be knowing what angle is. So you can see that there is one angle formed when we write 1 in ancient style. And if I write 2, now 2 was like this, like a Z. So there were two angles, 1 and 2. You see, 1, 2, and similarly 3. And just one angle, second angle, and third angle, and so forth up till 9. And for 0 it was like this, and we find no angle. You see that we find no angle over here. So it was a theory that angles form the digits or the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. And what are the shapes or angles? There is one theory also that is a somewhat practical theory. You know that when rain and sun are together, what does happen? You see a rainbow, and what phenomena occurs when rainbow appears on the sky? The phenomena is this, that there is a drop of water which is suspended in the air. The drop of water which is suspended in the air, if a ray of light if a ray of light strikes on it, now what does happen when it enters at this point of the drop? It enters at this point of the drop, it disperses. What does it do? It disperses due to refraction of the light. Now it is refraction is the scientific term, general science term, but even then you must know what is refraction. Now the refraction is a phenomena that if a right, now this is normal, this is medium 1, and this is medium 2. Now there are rare medium and denser mediums. Now if a light enters from here like this, now if the light enters from here, now you see this is normal. What should have been here, that if a light is entering in this direction, it should pass from here and it should go straight. But this does not happen. It does not go straight when it enters from medium 1. That may be a rare, that may be. Now there are two different mediums. One is rare, one is denser medium. Then what does happen here, that it does not go straight. Instead of going straight, it bends towards the normal. It bends towards the normal. Now this is normal. Now what happens over here? It bends towards normal or away from the normal, depending upon the material, depending upon the first and second medium. Now what does it happen? It bends towards the normal. There is one chance that it bends towards normal or it bends away from normal. There is a second chance. Now you see that it is bending away from the north. So what happens, that it disperses in 7 colors. It disperses in 7 colors, and the colors are R, O, Y, G, B, I, V. You know what is a Roig wave? Roig wave means red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Or you can say indigo or violet. Now, what happens over here? I'm not concerned with this rainbow colors. Although I have told you what is a round wave, I am concerned with what angles it has formed. No, it has different angles over here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 angles it has formed. It has formed 7 angles, one for each color. And similarly, now this drop of water, this part of water acts as a prism. What is a prism? Now this is a prism. Prism is a piece of glass, piece of crystal glass, you can say that. Now it is a piece of crystal glass like this. Now if light enters at this face of the prism, it will disperse in seven colors, just like the drop of water. So the angles are formed, and scientists use this phenomena to study the angles. So it was angles, and what was the shape? Now shapes are the different geometrical shapes, maybe three-dimensional or two-dimensional. These are called shapes. Now this is one shape. This is prism. This is a three-dimensional shape. If you see, if you see, if you draw it like this is a sphere, and if you draw it like this is a three-dimensional. Now it is a cube, and similarly some other shapes like now this is hexagon with six figures. This is quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral, rough quadrilateral. So there are many shapes. These are the different shapes. Now we'll study one by one what are these terms written here: lines, angles, and shapes. Now, dear students, see what point is. This is a term point, and the definition or what does it mean, and example is written over here. You can read it by yourself, or I'll read it for you. Point is shown on a paper using a dot like this or a cross. You can see it like here. Most often you will use the word point to talk about where two lines meet. You see that here the two lines meet at point O. You will also talk about the point on a grid position. Now what is grid? This whole plane is grid, and name using ordered pairs of coordinates. Now this is coordinate, B is coordinate, and X and Y points are normally named using capital letters. Now this, if it was not written over here, so it was like this: BXY. It was like, could have been written BXY. Now you see that these are written in capital letters. Now what does this B means? Now let me elaborate what is written in this paragraph. A point is shown on a paper using dot. As I told you, it is a dot. But and a dot is a thing. It is a geometrical figure which has no length, breadth, or height. Or it is also shown as X. Most often you will use the word talk about where the line meets. Now you see that there's a line X, there's a line Y, and they meet at this point, which is written as O here. So this is where the point, where the two lines are meeting, and we say it point O, and we have named it as O. And the last thing is when we will use a grid and we will write the coordinates of X and Y. Now 2 here means that the deviance of line X, 2 deviance, and of line there are 3 deviance. So the point X is here. So it is point are normally named using capital letters like this: X and Y. So this was the point and the example. Now dear students, the second term is line. What does it mean? A line is a straight one dimensional figure. This is one dimensional figure, and you know what is one dimensional figure? One dimensional figure that extends towards infinity in both directions. Now, in example, you can see that we have cut 2 points on this line, whereas it is being extended on infinity on the both hands. If I write here, it extends to infinity here and also to infinity over here, so it will be much better. Normally, though, the word line is used to talk about the shortest distance between the 2 points. Now, since line is so large, so big, that it is extending infinity at this point on the left hand side and this point on the right hand side, we don't know where it does ends. So we just take the shortest distance, that is called AB. We cut across the line at 2 points and name it as A and B, and we write it as line AB. So lines are normally using straight points and end points letters. So it is denoted by line AB, and it is A and B, written like line A and line B. 12 years and my students, parallel. What is parallel? A pair of lines that are at the same distance apart. Now, each distance you will measure at each point. Now, you know what is a line? I told you, yeah, in the very beginning, that it is a set of points. It, and if I note the distance here, here, everywhere, all along the length, it will be same. So all along their length and parallel. So these are will be called parallel. The symbol is the symbol which is used is two lines or like this, or two line like this is used for parallel lines. For example, AB is parallel to CD. Now here you can see right here, AB is parallel to CD. You will not use it like this, AB is equal to CD. Now this is wrong. This is wrong because this horizontal lines are used for is equal to sign. You can use it like this, AB, write a little italic style like this. This is right. So this is right. This is wrong. This is right. Okay. So these are, and normally monotone diagram with arrows, and the last and the final thing that we also use arrow signs to indicate them. Now it is just like the two rails of the railway track. Now dear students, what does we say about an angle? Now here it is an angle when two lines meet at a point. Now you see that this line and this line are meeting at point B. Now this is a point where two lines AB and BC are meeting. The meeting point is called vertex. Now this point, which is denoted by B, is called vertex, and the two lines are called arms of the angle, just like the hands or the arms of the watch. These are called the uh, arms of the angle. Angles are named using three letters like this: angle A, B, C. The letter at the end of one arm, now this is A. In fact, the line is AB, but we'll start it from the starting point A, and then the vertex B. Here it is vertex B, and from B to C, we'll use the end point now. Starting from the starting point, then the middle point, the meeting point, which is vertex B, and at the last it is C, the end point. So it constitutes of angle ABC. The letter at the vertex and the letter at the end are the other arm. The letter in the middle of an angle is name. The letter of an angle name always indicate the vertex. Now here you see that this B, the letter in the middle. You seeing my pointer? The letter in the middle is always used for the vertex of the angle. Now if it is written B, so it is the vertex. It is understood that the letter which is written in between, the letter which is written here in the middle is the vertex. Now just elaborate. Now you see, dear students, the angle consists of two lines meeting at one point. Now you can also say that we have set of 2 points, two lines. One line is fixed and other line is moving, is very, and it can move from here back to here. Okay, from here and back, traveling all around this plane. You see that this is traveling all across this plane and it will come back over here. Now it is the two lines, one is fixed and one is moving with one end fixed. Now this line is fixed, this line is can move, and it will create a distance which is called an angle. So the meeting point is called vertex. This arm, like the arm of watch, this is AB and this is BC, but we'll write it angle ABC. And some writers also put a vertex sign in the middle, angle ABC, or if it is, it can also be written as angle B. It means that the vertex is at point B. The vertex is at point B. Now, in the following lecture, we'll be uh, studying the types of angles. What are the types of angles? And that are perpendicular angle, right angle, obtuse angle, reflex angle, and many more. Straight angle. So it's time to say you goodbye because the time is running short. So see you in the next lecture soon. Till then, Allah Hafiz.